Shut up and sit down.
Michael Tuffelmire from the Western
Got
Michigan
Michael back?
Guild did
right.
make his
All
way
right,
back
Michael.
in, and I'm glad he's also a veteran. He worked with us on the legalization campaign, and there were many local campaigns that took place for medical marijuana, for legalization, things like that. Deborah was involved with all of the ones in all the cities in southern Oakland County. But the only one that didn't really work with the Safer Finish group at all in Grand Rapids early on was Michael Tuffelmire's effort when he decriminalized or did the lowest level enforcement priority in Grand Rapids, whichever version that you did there. But that's how we kind of became aware of you, and you ultimately ended up working on the legalization campaign with us and getting heavily involved over there. So please, Michael Tuffelmire.
Well, thank you guys. It's great to be in speaking at Hash Bash once again during this sort of historic video streaming. Things are going pretty well over here in Grand Rapids and West Michigan. Maybe not as well as I was saying, maybe the east side of the state. One thing as you mentioned, I'm a veteran. I do a lot with veteran groups, and I think marijuana and veterans is a big thing. I see the stigma every year getting less and less. The VA is starting to be a little bit more, at least hands off with it. They're not refusing painkillers and other things like that to vets who utilize legal marijuana. I think now it's more just getting vets to start, especially during this time. I'm concerned about a lot of vets that I've worked with who would be secluded in their home and might want to reach more for alcohol, which seems to make their symptoms get worse, whether they have a TBI or PTSD, rather than because they feel that is just morally better based on how our culture views it or they view it, rather than just smoke a little marijuana, which seems to show a lot of improvement for people with PTSD, TBIs. And I look forward to the funding that's coming from MRTMA in order to see how marijuana, see the research on how marijuana affects veterans in a more impactful long-term way. I'm the co-chair of the West Michigan Cannabis Guild, and one thing we just celebrated our year, and one thing I'll say is, a long time ago when we started to criminalize, when I met you guys, even then we were a small skeleton crew. It's grown over the years, but now it's nice to have so many people coming together with so many talents, and I feel like our combined strength is just making a difference in West Michigan. And I have to really thank you guys as being sort of, some of the earlier pioneers, and watching you and how you were professional. And I know we have that here to have a very continuous growing organization. I know that right now we've had to cancel 420 events and stuff, but things are still thriving here. And so we're looking forward to continued strength over here and keeping up with our brothers and sisters over there on the east side of the mitten. That's about all I have to say, unless anybody has any questions or.
Hey, thanks a lot, man. Really appreciate it, and coming back in. Sorry we had this confusion here toward the end a little bit, but this has been really awesome. I'm glad that you're able to get on and be a part of this.
Well, I'm glad to be here. Thank you very much. It's good to see all of you.